In a recent study, they found 76% of creatives say they feel burnt out. Burnout. Not the flashy collapse on the floor kind of burnout. The kind that sneaks in while you're replying to a quick email at 10 p.m. or resending that invoice for the third time. This episode isn't just about naming it. It's about understanding why it happens in our world as designers and what we can do to make it the space for the actual creative work we love. Because let me tell you, you didn't become a designer just to be someone's emergency operator. Most of us don't even see it creeping in. You know how it goes. You start your day thinking you finally get to the fun part, designing, the thing that you love. But before you realize it, you're chasing down client feedback that still isn't clear, rewriting quotes, answering WhatsApps, and still working on a quick edit that wasn't that quick. I actually was afraid to send final work to clients, not because of the quality of the work, but because of the edits and the changes. And as soon as I get into a design job, another client's quick edits would arrive in my inbox, and it was seldom quick. It felt like I could never just get a project done. The interruptions of edits. And then the day was basically gone. And the scary thing is, it feels like work, but it's not the kind of work we signed up for. There was a study that said freelancers spend up to 40% of their week on non-billable tasks. That's nearly 2 days doing only admin, managing, and emailing. These are things no one trained us for, and honestly, no one pays us for. So here's my question. Are you creating or are you just managing? I didn't see it myself until it hit me way too hard. I started my studio with nothing more than ambition and an eye for design. I loved the design part always and still do, but then the business grew, the projects got bigger, and suddenly I was deep in the admin stuff. I was up at 10 p.m. fixing invoices, answering emails marked urgent, that ended up having time for changes and edits but never time to do proper design work. Pushing the actual design work aside because the managing part had taken over. And I thought, wait, when did I become a secretary with a MacBook instead of a designer that solves problems? It wasn't the designing that burnt me out, it was everything around it. And maybe you felt that too. Here's what I want you to hear today. Just because you can do everything doesn't mean you should. It doesn't make you a bad designer if your inbox is overflowing. And it definitely does not make you unprofessional if you decide not to be available 24/7. Boundaries don't make you behind. They make you a leader of your own life. You're not a machine, you're a creator. Your genius isn't in managing. It is thinking, creating, creative problem solving, and seeing the world differently. That's your magic. So how do we escape this cycle of burnout? Not by quitting everything and running off. The real reset is very simple. Here's what worked for me. Number 1, audit your time. For 1 week, write down everything you do. It's confronting. It shows you how much is slipping away to admin or social media. Number 2, batch the boring stuff. Admin spreads like weeds if you let it in, so block it. Maybe do your admin on a Tuesday morning. Choose your rhythm that works for you. Number 3, create templates. Emails, invoices, proposals, onboarding documents. Do it once and thank yourself every single time you don't have to start from scratch. Number 4, set boundaries like they're sacred, because they are. You're not rude for protecting your peace. You're professional. Number 5, use tools that serve you. This is why I built the Playbook Desk. Not because I love admin, but because I needed a system that stopped admin from crushing my creativity. The pressure to manage everything alone, that's one of the biggest causes of design burnout. So simplify, batch, template, protect your space. You don't need to overhaul your entire life tomorrow. But maybe today, you ask yourself what would make this feel easier. Sometimes the answer is letting go of one client. Sometimes it's building one new template. Sometimes it's just giving yourself a proper weekend off. For me, it's often just reminding myself that my value isn't in how fast I reply. Because our genius doesn't lie in admin, it lies in design. And your work, the real magic, the creative part, deserves space again. So friend, if you're listening to this and nodding along, just know you're not alone. Burnout doesn't mean you're weak. It just means you've been carrying more than what was meant for you. And maybe it's time to put some of that down. If you need a gentle push to reset, I created something called the Creative Reset Challenge. It's completely free and it's designed to help you reconnect with what actually lights you up as a designer. I'll link it all in the show notes. And if you're ready for more practical help with systems, the Playbook Desk is where I keep all my templates, tools, and freelance systems. That's also linked for you. Take what you need today and leave the rest. And remember, your value isn't in how many emails you send. It's how much magic and uniqueness you bring into the world through your creativity and talent. Thanks for being here today. You're not alone in this. And wherever you are, design your life. Talk again soon. Bye.